You utter foul words. Poo-poo. Pee-pee.
So outrageous the toll. You can lose all you have. We refuse to give in to the town that takes all. To survive, you must have the will. How this movie doesn't end the way we want. All the time, and he shouts at the moon. She's gone. Fears overcome. He was walking a mile. He was walking alone. All
So I murdered a child last week.
Yeah, how do you feel about being a brutal murderer that just killed an innocent little cherub?
I mean, I'm sad that the kid was so cool, but I needed that blood.
It was too late.
And everybody's gonna die in this town soon enough.
Yeah, the kid was super cool, and actually, if you had befriended that child, she would have turned out to actually be like Robin to your evil Batman, and would have worn like a little red tights and stuff, and known karate.
I mean, I did consider letting her use the knife to go kill another kid for me, but I wasn't sure she'd be stealthy enough to pull that off. Because I would need to then collect the blood off of the body without anybody noticing.
Yeah, actually, she is a master of the subtlety of the stealth arts. She trained with Muddler,
I
actually.
think she had an aura. Like, whenever we are in her vicinity, we gain +10 to all stats. Stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she projects a cone of truth. So like anyone she's looking at cannot lie to her. So that she knows where the launch codes are.
Oh, we fucked that up. Oh well.
Yeah. Well, put that in the alternate timeline along with the one where the door was used to beat Glexine to death.
I have to now throw away like 14 pages of notes. It was all based upon the concept of you befriending this little girl and having adventures together.
That's for the fan fiction writers.
I've got nothing now. So like, want to fuck some elves?
I mean, always.
Yeah.
So.
That's not what Elisa does.
Hey, you mean we actually gonna have to improvise for once? Because I'm not down with that.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah. We haven't seen each other in a week. Yada yada, blah blah. That whole thing.
That's true. Yeah, no, it has been a week. How has your week been? Whoa,
long.
That was a crazy week we just had, wasn't it?
It was like 7 days. It's a whole thing.
Can you believe what we found out about clowns in the interim?
I mean, yes,
wow.
I can believe.
Well, yeah, because we found it out, but I'm going to tell you the truth. When I found out the thing about the clowns and cats and nuclear weapons, I was like, whoa!
I mean, it's all on tape, so... The tape's been buried, but they still exist.
Hey everybody, welcome to Funk Dunk Play Season 2, Episode 14. That's really a high number. But remember, we're doing this every week now, so they're shorter episodes. So we still aren't even like at halfway where we were last season for amount of time.
Yeah, this is a really long season, actually.
It should be, because we're almost done with what I have plotted out as the intro.
It's kind of a time commitment.
We're still in the getting to know you phase with these characters.
No one knows these characters.
Yeah.
My character has a whole backstory that probably won't come up, but that's fine. It informs her personality. It'll just be like a sketch backstory that is needlessly long and doesn't really actually do much in the actual campaign.
Sick burn. Sick burn.
At least I don't hide mine behind blocks and make people guess at it. Except I haven't shown it to people, actually. Yeah, I guess, okay, he has half shown his. I haven't shown mine at all. I'll show it in the post-mortem.
Skitch doesn't listen to this, does he?
No, I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
Okay.
He would be upset at my evil deeds.
Yeah.
Pretty sure none of them would ever slum it hard enough to listen to this.
You could always blackmail somebody into listening to this. Like we did with all the others.
We don't really have much dirt on them, I don't think.
I mean, if you make enough stuff up, some of it has to be true. It's like the monkey.
And we have all those
typewriter
hours
thing.
of words that they've said on recording. You can make them say whatever you want.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. You just edit it together. Just have, like, Austin talking about, like, how much he loves stabbing babies.
I mean, I can't be 100% sure, but I think he actually did say that. So.
Yeah, probably. I don't listen to their podcast, so why the hell should they listen to mine?
It's a good point, actually.
I'm assuming you have collected Muddler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all three of us should be in front of the tower now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess first we should make sure that he's actually in there. Can I see anything from the outside to indicate that he's in there, like through one of the windows or something?
You don't see any activity coming from the windows, but then again, it is, well, actually, you know, I'm about to say, what time is it? Because you guys are deciding when you do this.
Do you think early evening or, like, midnight would be better?
Yeah. Dark, but not too late, so we can maybe do all of it in one night, if possible.
Yeah.
And it's not, we're not running out of time.
So, like, 10 or 11 p.m., I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess I will have... Like, unless it wants to spider climb, I'll just have Wingless climb up the side of the tower, and then I'll use my, familiar sight to look through the windows, see if I can see if he's, like, asleep in there.
Wingless would be a good choice right now.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. So Wingless skedaddles up there, and I'm assuming you can kind of, from remembering the layout of the tower to roughly where the bedroom is. Mm-hmm. And as Wingless looks in, you can see that in fact Glexine is asleep on Belfodor's bed. There are still fresh tears that have fallen down his face as he lies in bed holding the dildo like a teddy bear.
Okay, so I'll call Wingless back to me, and okay, so I guess first I'll turn to Muddler and say,
okay, so you know the plan, right? You're going to go to the hotel. You're going to walk up to the Walpian diplomat, greet him, be polite, and politely twist his head around backwards. And as he falls to the floor, leave, preferably unseen. If you can accomplish this entire task unseen, we'll give you a raise.
But you don't pay me.
Well,
I only ask for high-quality laundry facilities and otherwise job satisfaction.
Well, you'll have that if you can accomplish this unseen.
I will be like the night.
Good.
I am stealthy, and I cannot be seen when I so decide to. And then, as you're expecting him just to clomp away,
just vanishes like Batman.
Yeah, just like, you're like, blink, and he's gone.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, so as he's off on his way, for his half-hour walk to get there, I'm going to start casting my spell, Summon Greater Demon. It's from Xanathar's Guide.
Okay.
Would you like to place the demon directly in there, or would you... Because I can give you a spider climb if you want. So you can climb
Okay.
up there and place him.
Yeah, might as well, because otherwise I would have to command it to walk up the stairs and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'll cast spider climb on you. 47.
Okay. But it's 47. Well then. This is gonna make everything a little bit odd.
Oh no. Is that a loss for words?
Congratulations, I guess. Because, Eliza is no longer the only one... actually, wait. You're Owl.
Yes.
Is that a pet or a familiar?
A pet.
Okay, cool, because you have a familiar now.
Oh?
Can it be the owl?
You gained a familiar.
Okay.
47 is simply listed as goat familiar. Permanent.
Okay, so you can work into a goat now.
You just hear... And this goat clumps up to you, and you immediately have a deep personal bond with it. You feel like you've known this goat your entire life.
That fits so well.
It's wearing a vest already. It is a normal goat. Other than being a familiar, it is otherwise a normal goat.
Okay, you can't do anything special. Special ability-wise.
It can headbutt things.
Yeah.
It can occasionally yell like a man.
Can I... Is that just, like, there all the time? Or can I summon and unsummon it? Or how does this work?
I'm assuming it works the same way familiars have worked, at least in Dice Funk. Is that they are, like, fey spirits that take the form of.
But does it have the Find Familiar spell? Or
I don't have that spell, that's why...
do you just gain that spell as part of having a familiar, that you can find it again if it dies?
Basically, yeah. You can basically summon it to in and out of existence, yeah.
Okay. That's cool. It's just a goat.
It's a goat. You can use, like, you know, the whole seeing through its eyes in a sort of a weird perversion of goat vision.
It's not
And,
super goat vision.
No, it's not. You have actually mundane goat vision.
Does summoning it, if it dies, does that consume spell slot or something, or is that a spell?
No, it doesn't.
It's just
it is now
an ability.
an innate ability.
Okay, cool.
It is an innate ability that is part of you now.
I'm part goat.
It doesn't take any spell slots. It doesn't even take any real effort. You just are sort of like, I want my goat here, and your goat's there. It's a weird twist of the magic, and the goat will always be wearing a fashionable vest.
Mm-hmm.
You can't change that.
What color?
I'm envisioning actually a sort of a gray and yellow tartan pattern right now, but that's totally up to you.
It also has it wears a little straw hat.
It does now, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And just to match out the thing, at all time it has like a strand of hay sticking out of its mouth.
Sure.
Just like,
I mean, yeah, just chewing on it.
yeah.
Yep. Name to.
You need to name it.
I will get back to you on that. This is a big
Okay.
decision.
But you will have to name this goat.
Yes.
And it will be, if you don't, it will become increasingly angry until it's named.
Yeah.
And it will become less and less controllable, and eventually if you go a full day without naming it,
No.
until you name it, you won't even be able to unsummon it. And you'll have this furious goat all around you at all times, which is mad at you, basically being like, name me, you motherfucker.
Now, what I want to know, I know there's really important stuff going on. Like, Eliza is trying to summon a demon. But what I want to know is, how does the sheep react to the goat? How does this...
How did the sheep react to the little girl getting murdered last time?
I mean, I didn't do it.
The sheep was
So-
nowhere near the little girl getting murdered. The sheep the sheep
Okay, so
judges...
it wasn't watching from the alley?
No, the sheep judges it,
Yeah, and it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a goat now, so...
But it judges it for standing by and not doing anything.
Yes, it
while I
does.
murdered a kid.
Yeah. Eliza is just like the sheep. To the sheep, Eliza's a lost cause, and the sheep doesn't expect Eliza to do anything good or not evil, but it stands in stark judgment of it. Just, you bastard.
You just wait, you little shit. We're gonna have a talk.
It's not necessarily judging the goat, because it has an innate understanding of how familiars work.
Mm-hmm.
But the sheep just feels really bad for the goat.
Yeah.
For having to be your familiar.
Okay, yeah. No, that's what I imagined. Yeah.
It's kind of like looks at you like how dare you make this poor creature, submit to your will of all people, and then it looks at the goats and just like, shit, bro, sorry.
I mean, technically the sheep should feel super, super sorry for itself that it has to follow me around.
Actually, it feels that the sheep, feels that following you around and judging you is more like civic duty.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Glad we cleared that up. So demons.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not even sure if Eliza would have noticed the goat sauntering up to it. Because I don't know. Do you just like immediately just go? I'm Spider-Manning my way up there.
I guess it depends on how quickly the goat appeared, because you would cast the spell and then I would turn around and start climbing.
Yeah, you cast a spell and then and
a goat just pops up.
The goat would have come into existence, but there wasn't any flash or bang or puff of smoke or anything. It's just 1 minute it wasn't there and now it is.
Maybe you caught a whiff. Because goats smell.
I noticed the goat and just shrug. Like, okay, yeah, it is doing something weird again. And then I climb up the tower.
That's our it!
Da, 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 da. Okay.
Yeah, climb up the tower and take a seat in front of the skylight. I'll take out the blood vial, draw the circle of protection around myself with that. And then, looking down through the window, I cast Summon Greater Demon, which lets me summon a demon. Since I'm doing it with a 5th level slot, it can be up to level 6. Yep, yeah, it's a Vrock. It's got kind of like bird wings, or bat wings. It's more like an animal type of demon. Yeah, it's got high strength, dex, constitution, not so great intelligence or charisma, which is fine, because I just need it to kill. So...
Not with kindness.
And this spell... The way it works, I summon this demon, I give it a command, it will follow it, but at the end of each of its turns, it'll make a charisma saving throw to try to break free of my control. If it breaks free of my control, it has 1d6 turns left before it just vanishes, and it will just attack anything in sight at that point. It has disadvantage on the check if I say its true name. I'm not going to hang around long enough for it to be much of an issue, but I'm going to say its true name anyway. This is Jeff. He's my demon buddy from hell. As a warlock, I have Awakened Mind, which means I have free telepathy. I can talk to anyone in 30 feet with telepathy. So I'm speaking down through the window telepathically to this demon. So,
okay, Jeff. I want you to kill Glexine the Wizard.
And then as he starts to carry that out, I'm going to spider climb down and we can make our way over to the manor. I don't know if we're going to do this in the background or how you want to carry out the demon attacking Glexine in his sleep. But...
Let's just say it would take him 2 turns to do the thing, because I'm just going to say that he's really fast. Yeah, he can fly at 60 feet, so let's say he just zings through there.
Okay, so I got to roll 2 checks on...
Yep. I'll do the roll because he'd have disadvantage.
Okay, charisma saving. My charisma spell save DC is 16.
Okay, so he's got to roll a 16 or better on a d20 plus 2 with disadvantage. Okay, disadvantage helped save the day. So he didn't make it past that one. Then...
It's my buddy Jeff. He likes peanuts.
Okay, and the next one he also failed miserably. He couldn't have mage armor up. He doesn't know any offensive spells. He wouldn't have brought his door with him. he's in a powerful wizard tower that most people would still be afraid to try to infiltrate. So Jeff very quietly rears back and plunges his talons into Gluxine's chest, while at the same time just beat-pecking him right in the noggin. And Jeff has just enough time to wake up and go, "What y'all doing?" before he's murdered to death. And now we have 2 dead wizards having died in the same tower. This tower might be bad luck.
It's not a good tower, not a good scene, no.
No, if you are a gay wizard, avoid this tower at all costs.
Yep, no, we packed up our goat and our octopus and our sheep.
Yeah, we're gone. We're gone, bitch. It's a menagerie.
There's like anywhere you live, you're just gonna automatically have a farm.
This is weird for a bunch of assassins to
be dragging livestock around.
It's just how it worked out. Okay. Fine.
Your wild magic roll, seriously, it's not like I ever fudge them. It's just
No.
they seem to be working out really well.
Yeah, the sheep is a proxy for the audience.
Pretty much.
Okay, does Eliza know that the mission with Jeff has been a success? Is there a way that...
I mean, I don't see through the demon. I don't know that I would tell from that. I'm just I know
she's confident.
Jeff's done good work for me in the past. I assume he'll succeed in this. If not, Gluxine's the lowest of the 3 priorities.
So what happens to Jeff after he has completed the task you've given him?
He could either vanish, or I guess in theory, I figure once I'm out of range, the checks would just automatically pass, and he would have his 1d6 rounds to exist before disappearing.
Okay, then...
So he can kick back and have some tea, or wreck shit, or whatever Jeff feels like doing now that his task is accomplished.
I mean, he doesn't like you, does he? It's not like you're buddies.
None of them would like anyone who summons them from, the Abyss.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I get the feeling that I'm spitballing here. I think Jeff doesn't necessarily like Eliza, but he's got sort of almost like a professional respect for her.
Yeah,
like I know you're gonna be down here eventually.
Yeah, hanging out with that girl that I killed.
Yep. All right. So, Jeff rolled a 5, so he gets 5 rounds to rip shit up, and you basically just hear a smash as he busts out the window, lands on the pavement, and then just like flies through the air into the nearest lit window, and you start hearing screams.
Chaos.
Yep, and he is just murderizing people, just random innocent civilians that you've never met before. They've never done you any harm. That probably would actually like you as a person and maybe want to play like chess with. Nope, motherfucker, the dead.
Oh, they would never like me as a person.
Well, they're secretly snake cultists.
Yeah.
Man, you have the worst targets, really. You have such bad judgment. This is incredible.
Well, okay, she had nothing to do with this, okay?
Okay. But I like to think that somewhere the traveler goes, nice.
We're slowly turning the traveler into more and more just a chaotic evil deity, aren't we?
I mean, it's chaos, so...
So
I think I assume the Traveler is just chaotic neutral, but appreciates the chaotic good and chaotic evil ends of the spectrum.
You've made your way to, generally speaking, where Stately Butt Manor is.
Mm-hmm.
And I've told you the layout, basically, of what you know.
Yeah.
And it is, what did we say, like 1 a.m.? Midnight? That neighborhood?
Yeah, it's probably around midnight. I mean, it's not that long of a walk, and it was like 10 or 11 when we left.
Yeah, I was about to say it's probably...
Okay, so it's 11. Alright. That actually works better for me.
There's probably a ball going on or something.
Not at Stately Butt Manor.
No? Okay,
However, you do know from having been listening around that at least earlier in the night, there was a reception planned for Prince Extellaris, sort of like an official welcome to the city that was happening at the Hotel California. And you don't know when it was planned to end, but it was supposed to start at like 6. So chances are it's over. However...
These people do not know how to party.
Yeah. However, you
already.
also... you don't know if that... where members of the Butt family might be right now. Because you know that all the important ones would have been at the formal reception. But you did hear rumors of a kick-in after party at Studio 69 in the nightclub district.
I'm going to, from a position at the fence, but not visible from the towers, I guess, dimension door us up to the roof.
With goat and sheep and all of that.
The goat is a familiar, so it can disappear and reappear next to you. The sheep just somehow manages to always be there.
Yeah. No, it's just an odd look, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not,
Are you bringing the goat with you? Is my point.
I'm thinking not.
Because I think you can dismiss the goat if you need to.
Yeah, you can dismiss and resummon the goat as many times as you want with total impunity.
I'll just pet the goat on the. Do goats have shoulders? No, not really.
At the shoulder.
Yeah,
it might be close to the body.
And let it know. We understand each other totally without words.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just let it know that I have a thing to do and need to be inconspicuous, but I'll summon it back. I'll just, reassure it and dismiss it for now. Because goat,
Okay.
But the sheep,
okay.
That can't be helped, so...
Yep. The sheep will just follow you.
Yeah.
That's just something that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now you are on the top of the roof.
Yep, and from the roof, okay, so you said there are chimneys that are probably the kitchen and some other chimneys to other places?
Yeah, to fireplaces, and stuff like that. Like a fireplace in the living room or whatever,
Okay, so I guess out of character, Kirsten, do you think we should aim for the kitchen or one of the other rooms? Because I don't think we know exactly where the thing is, and I don't think Gold knew either.
We don't know what it is either, so...
I mean, I doubt it would be in the kitchen, but the kitchen might be the easiest place to enter, because I'm going to send Wingless down the chimney to scout before we go down.
Yeah, because... that's a good idea, because... we plop in the middle of the living room, there's probably a butt.
Yeah, well, I figured we'll pick whichever chimney we want to go down. I'll send Wingless to scout down and kind of peek out. If I have to turn on... If there's a fire in the fireplace, I have Prestidigitation, which is a cantrip, and one of the effects is you instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire. I don't think a fireplace is much bigger than a small campfire, so I could snuff one of those out with Prestidigitation.
I would super prefer the kitchen, honestly.
Okay. Well, okay, so if I look down in there, the flame in the kitchen, would the Prestidigitation... Is it bigger than a small campfire? Or is it about the same?
Actually, there is no flame.
Okay, even better. Yep, so I will send Wingless down, and I'm I'll lean up against, sit down, lean up against the chimney, and eyes roll back. I'm in my warg vision as I'm watching through Wingless's eyes down the chimney, and just peeking out into the kitchen to see what's going on in there.
Okay, here's what happens. It's a relatively deep go. You're going from the roof down to the first floor. But Wingless is pretty good at this.
Yeah, Wingless is good at climbing and squeezing into places.
Yeah. So, and it's a pretty wide chimney because it goes to...
It's people-sized, so that Santa can come there.
Yeah, Santa could get down. Fuck you. We both made the same joke at the same time.
I mean, it was an easy joke. We need to come up with a better joke.
Okay, the dad from the first Gremlins movie could break his neck in this thing, and it'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Much better cut there. Anyway, so basically the field of vision for our viewing audience is you're looking down this, going down this dark chimney, because once you get past the top of it, it's pretty dark until you get to the very bottom. And Wingless sort of like peeks his little eyes around the edge, around the top edge, cling to the top of the thing. And there are, in fact, this is a kitchen, and it's obviously a big kitchen, because it is the kitchen for, some of the heads of the most powerful family. It looks like everything just looks clean and unused. Like, no one cooked dinner tonight because everybody was going to be somewhere else.
Okay.
And but there are two people in the kitchen, both of whom they don't look like chefs, but they look like kitchen help. Like the people that chop the veggies and wash the dishes and shit. And if you look, the way the kitchen is laid out, you are on one side. It's kind of a long, like a rectangular room, and one side is all stoves and ovens, and that's the side that you are pretty much poking out of. And the other side is all sinks and stuff like that, and in the middle is a long, like, prep table, and they are seated at this prep table in chairs with their feet up on the table, because that's sanitary. And they are, looks like drinking mugs of something and eating apples and just talking shit about some butts.
So there's two people who actually belong there. How convenient.
Yeah, well, they actually do belong there because they're kitchen help.
That is great. That is very great. Let me do something.
You gonna send your goat down there
Let me
to
do
touch
something. No, why? What do I need my goat for?
Goats are expert climbers, so like your goat could probably make his way down the chimney.
And they go to pat the goat, and it just eldritch blasts them.
I was envisioning him like splayed out with a hoof on each wall.
Goat walks up to him and pat it, and then firebolts shoot out of its mouth. I mean, I guess realizing that I can't do anything, I'll summon Wingless to return to me, and as that's happening, I'll look over it and say,
Okay, so it's basically empty, but there's two off-duty shitheads in there. We're gonna have to take care of them.
That shouldn't be too much of a problem. I cast Spider Climb on myself.
Okay,
88.
Okay, let's see what happens. You're finally rolling high, at least. Seemingly nothing happens.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
You don't notice anything different.
Nice. Where'd you put it?
It very well might, and I have to make a note of what that thing is. It's weird. But,
I have brain spiders now. Yeah. I climb down.
Okay.
Use Twin Spell. That's a meta magic feat that lets me target an extra target with a spell. So 2 instead of 1.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Blight on those fools. Both of them. That's 37 on one and 28 on the other. That could have been better.
These guys are level 20 commoners.
Mm-hmm.
They've been mucking about for a very long time.
Okay, cool.
And they are masters of having the plague. Nobody has the plague better than them.
But have they had a magic plague?
I mean, Eliza still has Spider Climb too. You can calm down and help me anytime you want. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess as you're doing this, I'm working my way down the chimney behind you.
Working your way downtown, climbing fast.
Faces past.
Okay, so these two are sitting there. They're, drinking their mugs of, ale. Yeah, one of them's eating an apple. One of them's like, yeah, cool. That original buddy, I'm telling you, if he didn't pay so well, he'd be pooping in his soup. Well, I brought him, I did. I brought him very fine, really good mutton the other day. Get this. You know what he said? You know what he said to me? Me, who've been in his family longer than syphilis has. You know what he said to me? He said it wasn't an ideal temperature to bring it back when it was 3 degrees cooler. I don't even know what a fucking degree is. And then necrotic energy washes over both of them. And they wither into husks.
I'm still bitching though.
And because it was so much more than the 4 hit points they have, they just basically just vanish into a pile of dust. They are now a pile of clothing on top of piles of dust.
Oh good, we have clothing.
Ooh.
That's very
That'll
good.
help with disguise self.
Yes. Would you like me to roll a D100?
Before you do that, throw me a perception check. I don't care how fucking bad it is. Just roll it.
10.
That was the DC, so
Good.
all it is you realizing that they were talking very loudly, and were drunk while talking about in there being unsanitary and talking very loudly about what a loser Reginald Butt was. You have the decided impression that there aren't a lot of butts at home today, or else these guys wouldn't have been talking like that.
Okay.
Mom and dad aren't home.
Yeah, like, nobody who would care what the butts think is here.
Exactly. And if the guards would, they're being paid to stab people in the head, not make judgment calls about the attitudes of the wait staff. Now roll me a D100. Because you would have noticed that before you officially cast the spell.
74.
Wow. That's interesting.
You say that.
Once again, nothing happens.
I don't like this at all.
So outrageous to